A little bit about what the energy program is, what we're trying to do, how we're actually doing, and then answer any questions that you all may have. We had a few bumps early on in the program. I think Carol fielded some questions from over in the Guyan Valley area about temperatures and things like that early on when we was first getting situated. The Board of Education has partnered through RESA with a company called Energy Education Incorporated based out of Texas. And what they do is tailor programs primarily to high schools or school systems, college campuses, and large church campuses. And it's a behavior-oriented program trying to reduce consumption of energy and therefore reducing your costs. We are going to finish up next month. We'll finish our second year in the program. My understanding, and Bernie, you correct me if I'm wrong with this, my understanding of the way the contract operates is we pay a fee to Energy Education for the first 4 years of the contract, and that's what's called the in-contract period. That grants us access to their consultants. They're in here 2-3 times a month. They send a consultant in to go around and look at our facilities, work with me, teach me my job, look at our facilities and tell us what we can do better, how we can be more energy efficient. Also, at the end of they give us access to 3 conferences a year that they host throughout the country, and I've been to all of them since I came on, except one. I did have to miss one. There's usually 400 to 600 people at these conferences, energy managers from across the country. They have people in 48 states, 48 of the 50 states they have contracts in. And it's a huge networking system to talk to energy managers from around the country. They have software that allows us to go online and pose questions and problems to other more experienced energy managers to give us advice on what to do. And it's the speakers that they bring in teach you a lot about the systems that you're trying to regulate, physical plants at the schools, how the boilers, chillers, and all that operate. So that's been invaluable to me in doing this job. To give you an idea of how we have done, I think all of you have some packets there with some information. The first one is a 3-page document, and down at the bottom left-hand corner it'll say CAP 21. These are some areas of cost avoidance, and this is how they arrive at the cost avoidance figures. The first year prior to us entering the system, we went back and entered all our bills into a computer and did a study on what our consumption was for the year without the program that we're currently utilizing. And then we compare current usage back to that year. So that's how they arrive at a figure on projected usage. It's based on your historical usage of what have you done in the past, and the assumption that your behavior is going to continue to be the same unless you do something to alter it. So whatever we were using in the past, we probably would have continued to do if we hadn't entered into a program such as this. They also adjust that for changes in climate temperature each year and any kind of changes we have in equipment. If we buy a new heat system or rooftop unit, if we buy new air conditioners, that's all put into and adjusted for higher efficiency for newer equipment, low efficiency for the older things we have. As you can see, they give you a percentage of cost avoidance. My first month in May was 10.8%. That's not very good, but I was 2 weeks on the job. I didn't know a whole lot. The next month jumped up to 20%. And the first page here is all of our savings figures for the first year, 2008-2009. The second page is 2009-2010 from May up to the most current month I have in, which is March. We haven't got our April bills all in yet, so I don't have those. And then the last page is a breakdown of the utilities that we monitor, which is electricity, natural gas, water, and sewer, or whatever combination they have. Sometimes this is hard to explain. Somebody comes in and tells you this is what you should have spent, and this is what you did spend. You become a little suspect of the figures, you know, when you say what you should have spent. So, in that light, the other 3-page document I handed you was the CAP 18 report down in the lower left-hand corner. And this I like a little bit better because it shows you where you're actually achieving your savings on actual use and how many actual kilowatt hours or actual MCFs of gas we have not used due to this program. If you look, we're right at a little over 4 million kilowatt hours that we have avoided usage on electricity, and that at this point that is our biggest area of savings, is in our electricity bills. We also have avoided about a little over 8,000 MCFs of gas, natural gas. All of our heating systems throughout the county use natural gas. We have no heating oil, no bottled gas, no all-electric buildings. It's all natural gas. And bear in mind, the past year, gas dropped about $4 an MCF in cost. However, electricity raised twice during the past year. It will raise twice next year, and it will raise twice the year after that, because through the PSC they got a rate increase that was factored over a 3 years period of time. Plus there is also their regular cost of business adjustment that they get. So they're going to have 2 increases each year for last year and the next 2 coming. If you look down through, my goal was when I took this job and I got to find out a little bit about it, was I wanted to try to save the board $1 million over the first 4 years of the contract. Right now, through the end of March, we are at 441,000 of cost avoidance on our utility bills. That's money we would have had to spend had we kept on doing what we have always done. I don't think I'll reach the 500,000 mark for the 2-year period, so I'm falling a little bit behind, but I intend to make that up in the next 2 years. Now, one of the things about this contract is that after the first 4 years, you go what they call out of contract. As long as you continue to employ a part-time energy manager and you keep up your software cost, which is substantially lower than what the contract price is for the first 4 years, you are entitled to utilize our software, have their consultants come in, attend